Welcome to the MFR Coaches podcast, where we talk about how you can create a six-figure MFR practice. I'm your host, Heather Hommel. Not only have I been practicing MFR for 11 years, I'm also a life and business coach, especially for MFR therapists. My goal is for you to understand how to get fully booked, how to talk to your clients, and how to make sure they understand what's possible for them with MFR treatment. I'm here to help you stop under-earning, overworking, and burning out. I'll lend support so you can create the MFR practice you've always wanted. Learn how you can do it too, even if you live in a tiny town, and even if you're just starting out, and even if you've ran your practice for years. Let's go. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the MFR Coaches podcast. I'm Heather Hommel, and if you're new around here, welcome in. And if you're old around here, welcome back to the program. I'm the creator of the Foundations program, author of 2 books for MFR therapists, and your go-to coach for making myofascial release a profitable and sustainable business, and one where you know that you are getting clients the best results possible. Today, I want to talk to you about one of the easiest mistakes that you can be making in your MFR business, and one of the most powerful things that you can do to correct it. This all revolves around your sales process and the fact that you're doing too much on the very first visit that you have with your clients. Now, I get it. You want to give your clients the best. You want them to understand the work. You want them to see the results, and you want them to see those results fast. But what I see over and over is therapists using the first appointment to do everything, all the talking, all the explaining, all the science, sometimes even trying to cram in not only a full intake, but a full body treatment, policy review, and a life history. And here's the truth. None of that, not none of it, but all of that does not have to happen all at once, all on the first visit, right? It's too much information, attention, and pressure all at once, and it can overwhelm your client and water down what they're actually getting from you and make it harder for them to make a good decision about staying with you for treatment. So here's also what I see. And this is what I want you guys to take into account and consideration when you're thinking about that first visit, because I think it can feel very, very pressury for the therapist themselves. But here's all that's happened. A client has found you. They've taken the time to research or Google or whatever. They found you. They booked an appointment with you, and then they actually showed up. They want what you have. And I don't know, maybe raise your hand if you've thought that about your clients, that they want what you have. Or are you thinking, I really've got to convince this person or they're going to leave? And I think it tends to skew towards the latter. You think you need to do a lot. You need to jazz hand around the table. You need to do a lot of convincing in order for them to stay with you. And today's episode is all about how that's just not true. And one shift in your mindset to this client already wants what I have, while going through all of these other steps, is going to be super helpful for you converting that client to a client that gets the results because they stay in treatment. So something to remember, the client already booked with you. They've already showed up. They already want what you have. Now, all you have to do is understand the problem that they're coming to you with and how you are going to solve that for them or resolve that issue with them in treatment, and not all today, right? Okay, so step 1 is always know the client's problem. This has to be a non-negotiable. Even if you have to ask 100 times because you're having a flighty day, you're going to have to be willing to ask 100 times. Before you go hands-on, before you talk about packages or long-term care, how long it's going to take, you have to know why they came to see you. What hurts? What are they not able to do? And why is now the best time for treatment? You don't need a novel. You don't need to know like 10 years of health history necessarily, but you need to know the problem that they have today in their words. That's going to be the anchor for the entire conversation when you go to sell their treatment plan to them. Okay, step 2. Don't let the session turn into a chat fest. You're not a paid friend. You are a hands-on therapist. So be hands-on. That doesn't mean you rush the intake. It means making sure that your intake has really good questions on it so it does a lot of the heavy lifting for you before the client is even in the room. It means that you don't leave the client wondering, like, what was that? Like a whiplash after the first visit. They scheduled a session, not a conversation. Give them a meaningful experience that includes hands-on assessment and treatment without going over the time or exhausting yourself. And that's another thing is I see a lot of people making special appointment times for an intake. And while that might be your jam and it might really work out for you, what if you could not have to get everything resolved in 1 hour and you just have them scheduled to come back later that week or the next week and you get more information and you do more things then, and it's a cumulative process. Okay. So you're not having to jam everything into this one session, again, acting like you're jazz handing around the table or trying to prove yourself in order for them to come back. That's not necessary. Hey, MFR therapists, it's Heather Hommel, the MFR coach. If you've been loving the podcast, it's time to take the next step to make your business even better. On August 5th at 2 p.m. Central, I'm hosting a live training called Sell MFR to Anyone in Any Situation. If you've ever felt unsure how to talk about what it is that you do or how to get clients to say yes to MFR, this training is for you. And when you attend live, you'll unlock a special bonus, a private one-on-one coaching call when you join the Foundations program during our open cart week. Head to themfrcoach.com/webinar to save your spot. And don't forget, my new book, Your MFR Practice Starts Here, is now available on Amazon. It's a must read if you want to stop guessing and start building a profitable MFR practice that actually works for your life. When you get the book, you'll also get access to a free workbook and a $250 discount towards Foundations. So order that book before the webinar so you can join with that discount. Let's make this your turning point in your business, and I would love to see you on the webinar. 3, stop selling time. The more time on the table doesn't necessarily equal more value. A 90-minute session isn't better than a 60-minute one. And most clients are busy, right? And you're busy. These clients have already found you. They're on your table now. That's a big deal. And that's when you have the chance to offer them what they really need and what they really want, which is relief, movement, support, not just extra minutes. So take a deep breath and remind yourself, they want my help. They want what I have to offer. Step 4, make an offer based on what they came in for. You don't have to pitch a 12-pack. You just have to recommend that you know what will help them and you're able to provide that for them. Tie it directly back to the problem that they already told you about. And if you've already forgotten by this step, you need to have a system where you can write it down and easily reference it. It's totally normal for all of your clients to blur together at the end of the day. So just make sure that you have a system where you can refer back and easily understand why they came in. Say something like, you mentioned you haven't been able to sleep through the night without shoulder pain. I'd recommend we start by seeing each other once a week for the next 4 to 6 weeks to start changing that. You're not guessing, you're offering professional support for a real issue, and clients really respect that. They don't want to be the one deciding when or if they come back. They want you to tell them. Step 5, allow for silence. And this can be the hardest, most awkward AF part of this whole process, especially if you are someone that likes to fill the space because you're feeling anxious. So once you make that recommendation, let it stand. Let them process. Let them figure it out. Don't fill the space with backtracking or softening the offer or coming up with other solutions. Be clear, be calm, and just wait. Silence is not a rejection, it's thinking. And thinking is allowed. So let them think. Step 6, redefine success. Even if someone doesn't buy a package or commit to 6 months of working with you, it's still a win if they rebook. Let that be enough. Get them back on the table. You'll have more opportunities to build trust and introduce long-term support later. Success is in the return, not the package sale. Let me say that again. Success is in the return, not the package sale. Step 7, evaluate yourself. Even if everything went fantastic, even if they rebooked, even if they bought a package, take a hot minute to review. What worked? What felt rushed? What would you change? This is where you build mastery in your sales. not just doing the thing, but learning from it. In no time, your ability to help clients commit and stay consistent will grow. And with it, their results will grow too. And with that, your reputation will grow, your expertise will grow. Okay? It's all a win-win. If you want to help streamlining your sales process, if you want help in that, I have a free tool available on my website. It's simple and it's powerful, and it is literally printed money for my clients in my programs, and I offer it for free. You can go to the mfrcoach.com and start using it today. If you're new to this show, I also just released my second book, Your MFR Practice Starts Here. Get fully booked, raise your rates, and build the business you actually want. And it's only available on Amazon or in person right now. If you get your hands on a copy, don't forget to check out the bonuses and special offers tucked inside. And finally, if this episode sparked something in you and you're ready to go deeper into how to actually sell MFR without feeling awkward, I'm teaching a live training on August 5th called Sell MFR to Anyone in Any Situation. This is one of my most popular trainings, and it's where we break down exactly how to sell with confidence, clarity, and strategy. And you can register for that and get the replay by going to the mfrcoach.com/webinar. Thanks for listening. Now go make MFR mainstream, one simplified, powerful client conversation at a time. And I'll see you next week. Thanks for listening to the MFR Coaches podcast. If you're ready to grow your myofascial release practice, make sure to sign up for my next free training. These live webinars are designed to help you take real steps towards building a fully booked, profitable business. You can save your seat and find the latest dates at themfrcoach.com/webinar. And if you're looking for more support, the Foundations program is now open year-round. Inside, you'll get coaching, tools, and community to help you get fully booked and stay that way without burning out. One last thing before you go. My brand new book, Your MFR Practice Starts Here, is now available. It's a must-read for any MFR therapist who wants to build a business that actually works. You can grab your copy on Amazon and get your companion guide by going to themfrcoach.com/book. Start implementing right away. I'll see you in the next episode.